Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ZenHD. The prisoners are currently having their dinner, and we've just received, or we continue receiving, more and more gang members. Uh, let's take a look at the gang member tab. Alright, so right now we have a total of 4 gang members, and at the bottom right, as you can see, they have their distinct tattoos or gang tattoos, and it also tells you the number as well. So, and if I'm not mistaken, the gang members won't participate with actually working for money. I believe they extort money somehow. I don't really know. But yeah, they I don't believe they actually participate in that. So tonight I'll be using a confidential informant, just to, go through the entire prison. Hopefully we will catch, a lot of contraband that has been spreading throughout the prison. And for the time being, I'm gonna leave this empty, the empty spaces. I'm gonna leave them empty until there's an actual need for a specific service. I may need to relocate the morgue because, again, if you look at the intelligence tab, there's a dangers tab, and here, the prisoners have access to the morgue. They can, easily go in and out, and when they pass through, they can pick up things like scissors or knife, and that's something that we do not want them to have. Um, so we'll be definitely relocating the morgue. Finding a place, that's a different story because I really don't know where we're gonna put that. Um, I'm thinking somewhere maybe somewhere within here. Maybe I can just have this area, have one area as a morgue, something else is, I don't know, maybe an office or something, I don't know. But yeah, once they the needs come up, I'll address them, and we can continue adding in different rooms and stuff like that. Um, I also think I'm gonna be focusing on actually filling up the prison as well. I would like to have at least 500 prisoners throughout the entire prison. That is our goal, and I'm pretty sure we can achieve that. I may need to purchase some more land in order to do that. Alright, so they're sleeping now. We'll order up a confidential informant, and let's activate him. So Angus Drummond. And if you take a look at the confidential informants coverage, again, it's always good to recruit as many confidential informants as you can because you can interchange them. And I already have 2 that have 100% coverage, so I'm guessing that they see pretty much all of the contraband in the entire prison. Everybody else, they have different percentages, and they won't really you won't really see all of the contraband within the prison, and they accrue, the experience I guess we'll call it, over time. So your prisoners will eventually reach the 100% coverage, depending on how long you've had them as confidential informants. So he's being escorted into the security room now. And we've been catching a lot of contraband. See bulls smuggled. Alright, so once he enters in, we should soon see all of the contraband within the prison. So we have one person. Oh, that's a. Okay, we can't really highlight that. However, what is this here? I can't really tell what that item is. However, we're gonna search that particular prisoner's cell. See if we have anything else. Alright. So here we have drugs. We'll search this prisoner's cell. And here we have a cell phone. Not too bad. I'm gonna search this prisoner. And that'll be all, as we don't want to extend our confidential informant and sort of expose him. So we'll deactivate him. And see if we can perform any searches. And I know we did see an item there. However, since we did deactivate it, um, okay, so they did find it. They were able to recover it. Yeah, and since we recalled our prisoner back to his cell, he's not exposed to getting any extra suspicion against him. So yeah, I mean, right now they have a little bit of free time before they actually begin their day. This is to sort of alleviate any of the needs that they have. If the prisoner's needs are not met, that's when the danger levels usually go up and the prisoners start becoming very irritated and possibly acting out. So let's take a look to see if we have anyone. Okay, we have a volatile prisoner here. And we'll designate him maximum security. And the reason I do that is because the maximum security wing and cells are, they have added security and that suppresses the prisoners even more. Alright, and we have a potential CI, so we will definitely recruit him. Christopher Russell. 19 years for manslaughter. Okay, and in an hour we will be taking our daily intake of prisoners like clockwork. And let's see, for today we have one prisoner due for release and 17 prisoners up for parole. Alright, so we will take a look at the general education course. Now, this is the only program that is left for us to complete to gain a 40 grand grant. So once we get 100%, passing rate, I guess, or I'm sorry, 5 prisoners need to pass. So once we get 5 prisoners actually passing the general education qualification course, that will allow us to gain the grant. So the prisoners are taking a shower right before they go to breakfast. I like to take the time out to just check and see if there's any snitches that have emerged. Those of you who have been watching my previous videos, you guys pretty much know the drill already. But I do try to be as vigilant as possible. Um, and it's actually quite funny. You know, some of I've been watching other YouTubers, and it's very interesting how they sort of build their prisons. And there's some things that I like, there's some things that I dislike. Um, but it's just it's really interesting how everyone sort of has their own way of governing the prisoners. Alright, so the new prisoners have arrived and we can check them out. And whoa, okay, we have a snitch. We will be putting him to custody, protective custody, volatile, and a snitch. Alright, buddy. And we also have an ex-law enforcement. Let's see. Alright, so Warren Balthazar. And we will be assigning him to protective custody as well. We also have two question marks. So those guys we'll have to be on the lookout for to see whether they reveal themselves as a particular characteristic. And yeah, everything is, for the most part, everything is looking pretty good. I mean, we've been getting more and more prisoners into our prison. We've been maintaining, for the most part, uh, and we've been slowly expanding. Now, eventually, I would like to coordinate, or I'm sorry, separate this area and make it regular prisoners only, so that way they have access to all of these particular services, and the other prisoners will not be allowed to mingle within their area. It'll definitely, help in avoiding potential problems, because as you can see here, we have snitches. Um, sometimes they mingle with the regular and maximum security prisoners, and that can cause issues. Uh, you never know what can happen. Um, and we have one uh, guy here who was basically murdered. I mean, I don't really know how it happened, but I have a good idea that he just was in an area he really shouldn't have been in. So we get a little bit of money for early prisoner released. Which is really great. And yeah, I think I mean we've been doing a really great job in keeping a stable prison, you know, and I would like to see more of that. I mean, it looks very simple as it's already made, but the planning and strategy and you know all of that stuff is the pre-planning is definitely a big part of making a stable prison. You really do have to keep all of the prisoners needs in mind, you know and just have an overall plan to your prison. um I mean, personally, that's one of the negative things that I see in other people's prisons, which I mean I don't particularly like. Um, and I see that it causes a lot of issues in other people's prisons. Um, they sort of just build upon their sort of like initial build, and that uh, I don't see it working for me. Um, but I mean, again, like I said before, everybody has their own style of building. There are some things that I do like that I've seen people do. Um, I may add a gate here for on the road. I thought that was interesting. I don't really know the exact use for it yet. But I definitely will be looking that up. I mean, and the thing is, like, oh snaps! Oh yeah, we got a lot of recruits. All right, get out of here. And as you know, I do enjoy recruiting. That makes me happy. All right, so yeah, everybody is working. Also, guys, if you have any suggestions for the prison, or you have any comments regarding this particular prison, please post in the comment section below. I know a lot of you guys ask me questions on Steam. Uh, you know, it's a great way to open it up. Uh, you know, ask them on the in the comment section so that way, I can remember and answer it on the next episode, and maybe it can help somebody else that has the same question. All right, so I'm actually gonna relocate, or you know what? Better yet, I'm gonna section this area off. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a staff door here and put this area as staff only. So we will add the door in here. Let's see, we'll extend the morgue. I would like to also add a few more morgue slabs. Um, of course, we would rather not use them, uh, but you never know what can happen. All right, so we're gonna assign an officer here, and we'll remove the canine unit from the morgue. I believe it got stuck there. Hold on. We'll mark that as staff only as well, because there's no need for any prisoners to be going in there and accessing things that may potentially be dangerous. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the overall goal for right now. It's we've done a really good job in expanding the prison. Right now we're gonna focus on gaining the 500 prisoner capacity, and also refining the prison itself, so that way the dangers are uh, at a minimum, uh, within our prison. And as you can see, I mean, it's been going on pretty smooth, but it's not without effort. You have to be extremely vigilant. You have to be aware of the potential dangers, and use the tools to your disposal. Um, you know, Using the shakedown effectively when you need it, and also using the confidential informants are great, a great way to maintain a stable prison and remove the contraband from the prisoner's possession. So It's nearing 6 o'clock, so we're gonna be ending it here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. As always, take care of one another and be true to yourself. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.